Today I'm showing you how to make red velvet Swiss roll. To start, you want to sift your dry ingredients into a bowl. So I have some plain flour, some cocoa powder, some bicarbonate of soda, and lastly a pinch of salt. And then I'm just going to sift that all together. Just pop that on the sides until we need it later. Next, into a jug, I'm going to mix my wet ingredients. So I have some buttermilk, and to that I'm going to add some white wine vinegar and some vanilla extract. And then using a fork, I'm just going to stir that all together. That can also go on the sides until we need it later. Now into my mixing bowl, I'm going to cream together some unsalted butter and some caster sugar. You want to give that a good mix until it's light and fluffy. In goes my 1 egg, and I'm going to mix that well. Don't forget to scrape down the bowl so you can get it all incorporated. Add in about 1/3 of your dry ingredients. You just want to keep your mixer on a slow speed. To that, I'm going to add half of my wet ingredients. Add half of your remaining dry ingredients. Add in the rest of your wet ingredients, followed by your remaining dry ingredients. Preheat your oven to 160 degrees fan. For other temperatures, they'll be listed here. To get the nice red colour, we're going to mix some red food paste into some water. Pour that into your mixture and make sure it's really evenly combined. That's now ready to go into a prepared Swiss roll tin. Pop it in the oven for about 25 minutes. Once it's out of the oven, just let it cool for a bit with a damp tea towel over the top. While the sponge is cooling, you can get on with making the filling. So I'm going to start by adding my melted chocolate into my softened cream cheese. I'm just going to mix that in together. In next goes your butter, and I'm just going to mix that well with my hand mixer. Finally, add in the icing sugar and just mix it until it's smooth and fluffy. And I'm just going to scrape the bowl to make sure I've got all of that icing sugar in. So now I've made the filling and my cake is a lot cooler, it's time to turn it onto a damp tea towel. So I'm going to dust my damp tea towel with some icing sugar. Now I'm going to flip my sponge on top of the damp tea towel. Take a knife and score 1/2 inch away from the edge. This is to help roll it up. I'm then going to take my tea towel and wrap it up from the scored end. Let that finish cooling on a cooling rack. Once your sponge has cooled, carefully unroll it. Just be careful because you will probably have some cracks, but that's normal. Using a spatula, I'm then going to evenly spread over my filling. Using the towel to help, I'm going to roll the Swiss roll back up. To finish, decorate with a sprinkle of icing sugar. So that's red velvet Swiss roll. Easy.